Okay. Hopefully you can see this just fine. There's a file in data directory called Juniper Oils, and that's what I'm going to clean up today. So tidyverse, janitor, read CSV. Let's take a look at it. Okay, we've got sample ID, the project, the amplicon is the 16S region, the tree species that this was taken from, the year it was burned, the location, and then a bunch of chemicals. So these are samples of dead junipers after a fire. They weren't burned up, but we've got mass spec on all these. We've got stuff about insect pests, so exit holes, right? These are like larval holes in the tree. Year since the burn, and then we also did this 16S amplicon sequencing. So we've got kind of the microbiome of the tree with a look at what chemicals are in there. This was a collaboration with Young Living, looking to extract essential oils from dead junipers, essentially. Okay. So first up, I noticed that I don't like all these capitalization things happening here. It's not too bad, but just to make sure, we're going to clean the names as we read it in. Much better. Okay. Nice and clean. Names of dat, there they are. Much nicer. Okay. Well, if I were to plot this, and I wanted to look at like all these different chemicals across years since burn, right, to see kind of how the chemistry of this standing tree changes over time. What column do I have for chemical? Nothing. So whereas this isn't necessarily like untidy data, like we measured alpha cedrine, and that's got its own column. That's great. But if I wanted to show them all on the same plot, that's going to be really difficult. And so this video isn't really about cleaning this up. It's about just changing it up to where it's in a format that we can use, right? And so if I want a plot that's like time on the X, year since burn, and then concentration on the Y, and different colors for each chemical, that wouldn't be possible really in the format that it's in now. I'd have to make a bunch of different plots, stick them together. So essentially, we've got what we're treating as these chemicals here. We're treating that as if these were all one variable that's spread out across a bunch of columns, because I want to turn it into a single variable that's just chemical. And I'm just going to be doing that for plotting or modeling. It's not necessarily that this is in a bad format. It's just not the format that I want for plotting. So let's see. There's our chemicals. I'm thinking I got to basically pivot longer here and put all of these into the same column. And the easiest way will be just to make their names. So let's see. I'll concatenate together all of those. Put commas between them all. It'd be tempting and a lot easier to do numerically, right? It'd be great to say, here's number 9, 10, 11. So I could say name stat 11 through 33. There they are. But that's not exactly safe, not best practice. So I'm going to make their names. Okay. Get rid of these stupid numbers. That wasn't so bad. Oops. It was, because I forgot a comma. And I forgot another comma. And another comma. There. Okay. So there's my chemicals. Okay. And so really, this shouldn't be too hard. I should be able to say dat pivot longer. And the names of the columns that I have are here in this object called chems. And so I can kind of just say pivot longer chems at this point. But that's going to give me a bit of a warning, right? Hey, using an external vector in selections was deprecated in tidyselect 110. Please use all of or any of instead. And so it's saying like, hey, it used to be like what you just did, but now it's select all of chems. Okay. All of those. Right. There we go. Using all of outside of a selecting function is not allowed. Yeah, okay. Well, here we are. We're in a selecting function. And names to chemical. Values to, the name of the values column will be concentration. Okay. Let's take a look here. Concentration isn't right. What is this? Oh, crap. It's been years. I should remember this. We'll call it concentration for now. It's like micrograms per kilogram, or I don't know. It's some unit. We'll say concentration. That should do it. Pretty much. So let's see. There's the chemical, there's the concentration. We've got the chem totals and the means and all that good stuff. I didn't do any of the exit holes or whatever because those aren't chemicals. I was just pivoting on the chemicals. So now I should be able to say X equals years since burn. Names of dat, okay. Oh, names of clean. There we go. And my Y should be chemical. And color equals, oops. Color will be chemical, Y will be concentration. Yay. It's too many colors. It's ugly. Probably I would want to facet wrap here as a function of chemical. Yeah, that's more like it. I wouldn't be able to facet wrap on chemical either if I hadn't done this cleaning. So this wasn't a cleaning necessary because proper rules are broken. It was just that in order to get the sort of plot that we wanted, we did have to rearrange the data, right? If we wanted to have any aesthetic on chemical rather than aesthetic on alpha cedrine, we kind of had to make that ourselves. And so clean and the raw data sets, DAT, they're the same, they're showing the same information. They're both useful for different things. But in this case, plotting and modeling where I wanted chemical to be a variable, I just had to make it. And so not always is cleaning to fix broken rules. Sometimes cleaning is to just rearrange things so that it's useful to you.